Hello and welcome to another update video about Algorand. So Algorand currently coming down very close to the lowest point here of 27.5 cents. We are counting this here bullish at the moment. This particular wave count has been invalidated, but I also communicated here in the last video, and it's even written on the chart here, available for everybody to see. Because I share these charts with channel members on Discord, that the bullish scenario is currently not very likely. Yeah, and that is exactly what I put on there. I believe it was in the last video, after the last video, I don't know, but it's been on there for a few days because as I said in the last few videos, Algorand is still, or was still, one of the weaker charts here. So what I can do at the moment, I'm just taking that out because it is not very likely. Yeah, and that has to do with the structure of the chart, and it is really the coin that, I mean, it didn't really push much higher than the first wave one, yeah, and it lost it. So in terms of percentage gained from the low to that peak here, it was only like 36%. That is not impressive. Yeah, other coins have done more. But can we still count it bullish? Yes, we can. But in this scenario, we would need to do it like that. Basically, assuming we had a wave 1, we had a wave 2 here. 1, 2. And then this was another 1, 2 setup. So we have 2, 1, 2 setups. In this scenario, we must not go below 29 cents. If we go below 29 cents, we have invalidated this pattern, and then it is really not very likely that we are going to hold here the 27.5 cent level. At the moment, we can still be, you know, I don't really want to say carefully bullish, because as it says here, the bullish scenario here is currently not very likely, but at the moment, let's say the bullish scenario is still possible. Yeah, and here, in contrast to, for example, Bitcoin, I would lean more towards a bearish scenario. But let's talk first about how can we make this bullish scenario still work. Well, again, 1, 2, 1, 2. You would then next expect a move up in a wave 3. Yeah, and to do that, we would need to break above that wave 1 high, which is at 37.8 cents. The subwaves of this yellow wave 2 can be understood as an A, B, C pattern. Basically now an expanded flat. As I often say, normally after an expanded flat you can expect a strong move to the upside, but only if this is an expanded flat. And while we can count it as an expanded flat, a bearish scenario is also possible, where we see this here currently only as a corrective wave up, which would then be followed by an impulse down. Yeah, so that this is just, for example, a wave 4 and a wave 5 is still coming. And in this bearish scenario, how could we label that? Let me just take a look at that. Yeah, so you could make it work, for example, as a WXY pattern, for example, and then we are moving down here currently. But that's what you would have to assume, that all of this was probably just a first impulsive wave, so that we are coming down here in a wave 1. There will be a wave 2 correction, always. Then we'll have a very strong wave 3 down, a wave 4 up, and a wave 5 down, and we could reach here sort of the area around 22 cents. That is a level that I called out before when I talked about possible lower lows. Now we have then moved up here slightly, but as you can see, we have broken this ascending channel and have even retested it from below. If I zoom in, you can see that we came down, we retested it, coming down. I mean, this could now be finished, this move down, in terms of either finishing off this wave 2 or being very close to it at least, yeah. And the next support level is that 29 cent level. and I put that on the chart. Let me just put that onto the chart. So that is the next support, but we retested the channel from below successfully as resistance. It's not a good sign, yeah. Bitcoin, for example, is still holding above the channel. And if I look on the daily chart, you can see that the momentum on the MACD is still pushing down strongly. We are not even oversold yet, so there is further downside potential there. If we take a look at the 4-day chart, yeah, we're already losing bullish momentum here and possibly a bearish crossover on the RSI on the 4-day. That is not good. On the 2-day, we might even print a bearish crossover. So yeah, here, this has not developed very well. It was quite weak anyway. It has failed to break really substantially above the wave 1. And yeah, I mean, it's possible to count it as an expanded flat, but then it needs to hold above 29 cents, and below 29 cents, I think we're also going to see prices below 27.5. And keep in mind what it is saying here. The bullish scenario is currently not very likely. Okay, and that's my update about Algorand. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. And also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And for both, you can find the links in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.